Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. If you are new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Taxi backends and app API inside. Today we need to create here the edit zones API. We need to develop here. We need to forget inside the previous some video inside. But let's need here the for Angular JS for the edit zones. Need to need this API. Which of all need to write down here the API. Person to write down here the app.post and to the Brace API write down here admins and to on edit. Now need to paste and to add this value we need to pass this here. First of all we need to write down here helper.dlogs into write down here request object dot body write down here like this, and now need to define here the variable object dot like this. That's here this value, and we need to define here helper dot. So also need to verify here the authentication tokens. I need to copy this here, these two lines, and to paste this here. Like this, we need to get this here, and we need to write down. So also need to pass this here the zone ID. Edit. Then after zone names, zones JSONs, city names, and service ID. Not price related to its ID. And also the text that this years like this value. Now we need to edit one with the patients write down here, and to so now we need to write down here the db query also here update on list that is left join id, and we need to add masters and join with tables. Need to equal to get this added on I like this value need to set here and to so set here and conditions. Not in connects here. So what service I just need to pass this here and update. Like this we need to here options. Now another left query we need to write down here. So we need to copy this paste this here, and now we need to change this here table names. We need to write down here the table as zone document. Like these tables need to also here, and now we need to give this here the tables names as I need to add d like this. I need to get here the names and to zd.zls and also here not in the service id like this. I need to write down here square. Now we need to connect here these all things, and now write down here chat methods. We need to call these here, and we need to write down here the zl dot that here station comma separate here zl. After need to that here another things here. And another columns need to by here is equal here and we need to find out the active on price. I need to write down here the set as a delete zd dot and also status. Case so need to set this years, and now need to write down here the where condition to here. Now we need to pause here the select. You need to write down here for the need to find out here the service information that's here the need to find out here the boss need to write down here. PM dot into service ID forward as on duties as on ZL that here price details. Easy. And write down inquiry for this brackets and down here service, and also need to call here the end methods equal to 0 id, that here the question mark value set this years. Now another query we need to write down for the here all related to find out paste this here this value and to here the m document I need to and on form on id question mark and write down say and details write down here. Also need to find out another record. Paste this here this value and to also here the service id you need to price this here the zone id state to you need to get here the data and to price related the documents we need to get this here the list like this we need to call here and we need to call here data. First of all we need to pass here the zone names get object dot, then after so need to set this here the base object dot JSON, then after request object dot need to write down here the text. After we need to give this here the modified status or all are the and past here the like this you need to here. Now another query need to pass this here already service id and now need to pass again the zone id object, and after for this query we need to give this again the Also need to change get object on ID like this. We need to see here. Now we need to give this here the results and to return here the results value. Now need to get any errors, returns here errors to write down throw helper throw errors HTMLs pass here errors and to returns call this here. Now we need to check this here results. If results 0 calls here, let's row let's see. Else parts need to write down here the else message here and to here hell message mg is need to set this here its value into here. Now we need to write down here the internal logics and to active and inactive the insert new price. Need to call here write down here the error conditions insert insert here. Now need to get here the user get here 0 service it comma separated so need to get the active service. Now need to get here the my service object service split calls here the comma methods here. Write down include methods need to this we need to identify for the my service here and now need to call here the my service so need to see here dot for each need to calls here so need to get here the service ID that we need to write down here is find need to identify inside this errors by default to false and then first need to 0 just need to service need to call this here and to identify this value and to call here split if we need to write down here the conditions id is find to this here like this we need to set here if we need to find here not find also Then to set push methods into CS. Request object zone ID service creates here. Yeah. Now same as need to check for the price ID. Need to logic here. Write down here for the price. To change this index, need to get here 3 and to check here. Split these years and also need to change these black years. So need to write down price. Like this into the years and so need to set here the option ID. And we need to define here the default value of this value. Here the some variables. We also need to create here the price. We need to set here this price. If your zones are not creating any price, then we need to create here price by copy this years this value one by one columns values need years. Then after need to per kilometer price we need to add down years. I have already prepared this value. This years like this you need to set this year this value. And now we need to go inside the edit zones and we need to push this year to set here. First of all zones ID pass this here service ID need to give this here first charge kilometer charge. Then after need to minute charge. And after need like this set here and to cancel charge and so the well here charges and to insert this query write down here and to insert this. Now these are the for loops are the done here and also need to create here fuel like sets here semicolons here. And also need to change contains here back for now we need to check here service so we need to update here the SQL query first find this like here. Need to restore the whole air conditions write down here find insert question mark like this here. So need to add this here, this value, and also need to add down here. Need to call this here. Like this, we need to change. And now same as we need to create here for service. Another query we need to write down here. Service. Write down query and also here price. And sets here. Write down here. Also need to write down here. Where the query and find out here past created price ID. Find out. So need price. All years and to from methods into all years price detail and other conditions into question marks and conditions need to write down here. Find insets need to see to paste this here and to write like this we need to set this here. Also write down here yes ID. Like this we need to write down here and also need to here right so need to go here PM next price ID here to write down here. Sub internal tables need to create virtually and identify this sets here. Now we need to define here status here maybe issue with this here this and set functions write down here status. Good. So and to write down here is equal to set here once and like this write down. Like this we need to set this here the query and now we need to pass this here the value. First of all need to give this here zone ID and my ID need to pass this here. Then after for the inserting records we need to set this here need to check here insert price more than 0, then to write down 0. So set query, that here the price id equal to write down on id, then after pass here, then after me to pass here, then after charge, per minute, charge, cancel charge, like this we need to set this here and semicolons. So here SQL query inside data and all this here, etc. And also need to give this here the db change value, need to paste this here, same as need to create here for price, so documents, paste this here, change this query here, so on. Last years another things you need like this set here, and after modify this value, and now we need to write down here if need to depends here change, write down here, run this response, set here just a response, change, like this we need to return here this type, like this we need to set this here, also need to write, and we need to write down here SQL query and need to SQL data errors and to on result. If gets here errors, then and so you returns like this value. Now to returns here results, paste this here and to write down here did here. Like this you need to write down here the edit zones API, because you need to first of all here the first of all the false active price we need to disable, and then after need to again query need to find out what is the last value need to available inside the database price, get this list. If you not insert the database price, need to insert this value for this service, if you like this, some API active and some API deactive, and to that's why I need two needs here. First of all, the deactive or like service, and to against active related to service, and if you not, then to insert this data and document like this. Need to add zones, need to work here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.